to Let's Talk with Tina Tatifa Masood, and like I always tell you, this particular program is brought to you by the Betikram Group, and Betikram Group has been doing immense work during this entire COVID period and still continues to do. And I always promise you that in this particular program, I will get you exceptional people, and I always get you exceptional people. I'm sure you must have marked that these previous series have been like this, and today I have one of my favorite persons with me. He is a young gentleman, very good looking, very peaceful, calm, and he has taught us many things on how to maintain that calm and peace within us. And I have attended several of his sessions online last year. I in fact happened to meet him last year, and it was one of my friends, Tanishi, who had introduced me to him, and I was overjoyed because I must thank Tanishi through this session, because if it was not for her, I wouldn't have met such a marvelous person. And today I have with me Joyraj Kalita.
Namaste, thank you so much for inviting me to this session.
Thank you, Joyraj, for coming. You're such a busy person. The last time I called you, you were in Haflong, I think. Yeah. And then you're such a busy person. But then even then, it's such a joy to actually talk with Joyraj Kalita today. It's really so fun, you know. And for all of you, let me tell you that Joyraj Kalita is the founder of Pragjyotish Institute for Spiritual Science. He is the former secretary of Samanvita Yuva Tirtha, that is Assam Hotra Mahasabha, and he is a student fellow of Royal Anthropological Institute of Great Britain and Ireland. Quite a personality I have for you today, and I'm so happy that he's here. I'm so proud, and I'm feeling very privileged that he's here with me today, and he's my guest.
Thank you so much, Tinat Ba.
So I feel so grand when you say Tinat Ba, you know. I've told everyone, don't say Ba, I'm just a small little girl, I'm just 16. So like Joyraj, last year, I remember we had met during the COVID times, and you were doing extensive work. I had joined a lot of your sessions, and those sessions have really helped me. And those sessions have now helped me so much that I have been training, not exactly in your capacity, but telling people, showing them the way of meditation. And then, you know, these young children have taken up meditation in a very big way. Yeah, just a couple of days back, I was online with some young kids, like from 7 to around 14 years, and they are taking it up very nicely, you know, and then they are saying, yes, we're practicing, ma'am, we're doing it. And I said, please keep doing your meditation, it'll cool you down, it'll calm you down. And so I think that meditation is very important, right?
Indeed, meditation is very important. I mean, in today's time when we are running behind so many things, somewhere there is one thing that we are missing, is that being with oneself. And going through all the things in life, you're from one aspect to another, you're busy with your career, you're busy with your family, in all aspects of your life, somewhere you do not find some time for yourself, which is very important, especially if you really want to give some time to yourself. You need to find out that what is hampering you, what are your obstructions. And in this aspect, I think meditation helps you a lot to really go forward in life.
Wow. You know, I really like one thing about Joyraj is that when you speak, you know, you speak with a passion, and that passion actually shows on your face. It reflects on your face, and it makes it so bright. You know, it's a pleasure to watch you speak, actually.
Thank you.
And so Joyraj, where do you come from? Are you a Guwahati boy, or do you come from some other districts of Assam?
I was born and brought up in Shillong.
Oh, yeah. Wow, just like me.
So yeah, my grandparents, they were there in Shillong. My grandpa was in the British police, and then my father, my uncles, all of them, they worked in Shillong. So I was born and brought up there, and I spent my initial years in Shillong. I studied at St. Edmund's School, and then later I came to Guwahati.
Wow. And then in Guwahati, did you do some other studies, or did you
get
into...
I did my graduation and post-graduation from Cotton College, which is Cotton University right now.
All right.
In anthropology.
Wow. In anthropology. And then you come to meditation. This is such a... Isn't it, wide apart, like...
I feel it is only because
Or
of
is it connected?
anthropology that I am here today.
Okay.
Because the first thing that is taught in anthropology is holistic study of man. And it is only then that I realized that we are looking man from so many aspects, but why not from a spiritual aspect, which we often ignore. And this led me to Pragjyotish Institute for Spiritual Science, which I founded, and my approach was that it will be an institute where we are going to take up clients and we are going to perform healings on them on a holistic way. I mean, in a holistic approach, we are going to take their issue.
Wow.
Not only from a spiritual perspective, also from a proper physical, mental, emotional, from a proper medical perspective, so that we can help them from their problems.
Wow. And where is this institute that you have?
Right now, I am running this institute from Narikolbari.
All right.
But most of our operations are online because of the COVID timing. So once things are normalized, definitely we'll have all our sessions offline. But right now, most of our classes we are taking over Zoom.
Okay, so and what are these courses that you have in your institute?
We are taking healing courses as well as divination courses. In healing courses, we are taking up pranic healing, Reiki, angel healing therapy. In divination courses, we have been taking up many healings, like many courses like tarot card, Kori reading.
Okay.
We are also
Are
planning
these,
to include,
do you also give certified courses
these
for
are
these?
certified courses. The pranic healing courses are
So when we
certified
learn
from
with
the
you, we get a
foundation.
certificate.
Yeah, a fully certified course, and you get all the support from our institute.
Wow, I'm very interested in angel healing. You know, what is this angel healing all about?
Sure,
I mean,
you should come for my next class.
Yes, I have to go for your next class because pranic healing. Yes, I have read about it, I've learned about it, but angel healing is something that I really don't know about it. Can you just tell the viewers and how it can help them, in which way it can help them?
Angels are higher beings which are there.
Okay.
They are almost there with us, but it is only when we invoke them they come for our rescue. So God has sent some beautiful angels on earth. Anytime and every time when we are in any problem, we can just invoke for their presence, and the moment you invoke them, they are there for helping you.
Okay.
I have many fantastic testimonials with angel healing class, and definitely this is one of the first class that I taught, and right now this is one of the most popular courses that we are offering.
Wow, this is amazing. And you had also spoken about divinity. What is
Divination.
This? Divination, yes.
Divination is a process through which you forecast event.
All right.
It's like something like related to astrology, but not pure astrology. You use tarot card. I also teach Kori shell reading, seashells, Kori shell readings. And then we are also planning to take up courses on Astro and Vastu very soon.
Okay.
So we have we also have dowsing courses. We have many courses.
What is this dowsing course?
Dowsing is a way of divination where you use a pendulum.
Oh, okay. Is that more close to hypnotism or something?
No, hypnotism is different. Hypnotism is you hypnotize the person, but this is not for hypnotism. This is for finding or forecasting things.
All right, all right. And then how does this help people? In which way?
In many aspects.
Forecasting meaning,
to take decisions in life.
To take decisions in life?
Yeah, many things like decisions in life. In fact, I don't call this as tarot card reading. I prefer to call this as tarot counseling. That using tarot cards to do counseling for people.
Okay, okay.
So it's a very different approach that I have taken in my institute for teaching tarot. Not the conventional, the Rider-Waite deck and the Osho deck approach that all others are teaching.
So I'm very interested, Joyraj, about one thing. When you say tarot card reading, I'm really very interested in knowing what the future of my country is going to be like. Have you ever tried doing some tarot card reading for my country?
Yeah, we had done that last time, and it was showing that it's because of so much of disturbances that we have created as humans.
Right.
That is why the Supreme Lord is very angry on us, and He really wants to learn, He really wants us to learn lesson, and that is why we all are learning our lessons. Once the lesson learning is complete, I'm sure things will come to normal. very
My
soon.
gosh, I mean, I'm a very worried person, for my country at least, and I want that people like you, if you can do something, and
We
can
all
you?
can do
No,
something.
I know I can do something because I keep praying, for me, my Lord, my God, my Allah, whoever I call, my universe, I always pray that everybody stays safe and sound and everybody stays well. But people like you who have done so much of study, I think it's important that you can you come to some kind of a solution?
We all are doing regular planetary peace meditation.
Okay.
Every evening at 9:30 p.m. we all sit together. I mean, all of my students. We also include other people,
All right.
whoever is
And
interested to
do you do
join.
this on Zoom or
Yeah,
something?
over Zoom. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
we conduct this planetary peace meditation. We all bless Mother Earth so that Mother Earth gets healed and rejuvenated and revitalized very
Wow.
soon. It's a blessing for the entire humanity. We do the great invocation, all of us together. Imagine more than 20-30 people coming together
That will
in
be
spite of
like-
such a busy schedule everyone having, but still they all are coming together every evening, diligently for their meditation.
I think I should do that. And my dear viewers, if you want to be a part of this kind of a meditation, then you have to meet up with Joyraj and his institute, which is the Pragjyotish Institute for Spiritual Science, and this is at Narikolbari. So you know where Narikolbari is. You just need to type in these words, Pragjyotish Institute for Spiritual Science, and you get in touch with Joyraj Kalita, because he is the man. Just look at what he's doing. He is praying for the earth, he's praying for the country, he's praying for our state, and he's doing not just alone, he's doing it with a whole lot of people, and all of you can join. Now I'm planning to join also.
Surely.
I'm going to join him at 9:30 every night, and I'm going to make sure I do something. I at least can do something for the
That's a
for the
minimum
world.
contribution
That's the
that we can
minimum.
give.
Just a I think it's 0.1110001%. I think that's what we can do, because the amount of damage we have done to the whole world, I think it's time that we give back to her some remedy, right?
Definitely.
Through some remedy.
And I think this is one of the easiest and the most simplest way of someone contributing to Mother Earth, just by blessing Mother Earth.
Wow. And do you see through your tarot card that we are going to improve this earth? Look at the kind of situation we are in. This COVID situation has created such a, panic kind of a situation amongst everybody, amongst all humans. I lost one person today, and every day we're losing somebody close to us. So what do you think? What does your tarot card, your predictions, what does it say?
Definitely, the entire human race is going through a transitionary period. We are moving forward to the golden age. Definitely, this transitionary period has been very difficult for all of us. The entire humanity is going through it.
So you are saying we are going through a transition?
Yeah, it's a transitionary period.
And we are going to a golden age?
We are going towards a golden age.
Really? This is so nice.
And that is why, all these things are happening in the entire earth. But definitely, we should be very optimistic about it. We should do more of prayers and invocations so that the humanity is healed, so that we all are healed. So we all can march towards the golden age.
Wow. Listening to you, I think I'm feeling very positive about it, because all this time, people, even when we look at the news, we see somebody has died. We see that the COVID, the graph has gone up. People have died. There are people in the rivers and things like that. But when I listen to you, and I know that there is hope for the world.
You know
Don't
what,
you think
Inalba,
so?
what I feel is that it is about perception, about what perception you're holding on to. When you are positive about things, this is the first step to healing. Even if someone is not attending any of my courses, the only thing that they need to do is to be positive about what they are thinking, because it is a thought form that ultimately affects us. So once we start building up a positive thought form, once we start building up a positive self-image, I think more than 50 to 70% of the healing is automatically done by the body. Only rest of the part we are facilitating through whatever tools and techniques that we are using.
Now, I want to ask you one very important question. Since you said positivity, there's something which came into my mind, that there are many people I see who have got, they say that we are holy, we are good and all that, but they have got a lot of filth inside their heads. Does this affect the way a person looks? Does it
Definitely.
affect the, I mean, see, what I see in your face is a very happy, calm, peaceful, joyful person. But then when I look at somebody else, somebody who has been speaking of hate, spewing hate, I see a face which is slowly becoming distorted. Does it affect the person, the physically, I mean, the appearance and everything?
Yeah, it's about how you perceive people. See, if someone is spreading hate, if someone is being very chauvinistic about certain things, definitely you will not be able to perceive that person in a very good image. But we need to bless that person so that that person has self realization. It's not only about getting engaged in ritualistic activities, it's about understanding essence of religion. That is what is lacking among all the religions right now, that we are so much indulging ourselves into all the ritualistic aspects, we somewhere forget the spiritual aspect of what the shastra, what the holy books are trying to say, what the saints are trying to say, what the religion actually teaches us. So the essence of the religion has been removed. It's only that we are fighting with the ritualistic practices.
Such a wonderful thought. I mean, I wish your message, when people are going to see this, when other people are going to again rewind and watch this particular part of your speech, I really hope that they understand that it is important to take the spiritual aspect of your religion and not the other things. Just leave out the other things. There are many things which will be written in your holy books. All holy books have something or the other, but just pick up those spiritual essences and get on with life. Pray for the world, pray for everyone. And one thing Joyraj said was so beautiful. You said something that when we see a person who hates, he has asked us to pray for that person as well. So isn't that such a beautiful thing, that we need to pray for the person who actually hates others? So that would give him a kind of energy, a blessing, that stop hating. I think it's time to start loving, isn't it? I think it's time to do that.
It's love that what the world needs right now. It's all about love. So, I mean, it's no point creating any forms of discrimination based on anything. So, it's love that heals at the end of the day. So, in different aspects of love, anything you feel, when you feel that you are having resentment or hatred towards that person, just bless them with love. That is more than enough for your negative thoughts and emotions to get washed away from your aura, from your system.
I could sit and listen to you speak for the whole day, and I would not ever budge from my seat, because the kind of things that you say is it's very fulfilling. It feels very good when you speak things like this, because I'm sure when you speak to your students, to your clients, to your other people offline and online, they must be really in awe of you. They must be saying, wow, I just want to keep listening to Mr. Joyraj. It must be like that, right?
It's all about following what the master has taught you. So, any person, I mean, whether it was Shonkardev or any other spiritual teacher who has taught humanity to the people, they have never created something of their own. They have just repeated what these holy books have said. The same thing, we are just repeating the instructions that we have received from the master, from our spiritual teachers. It's just a mere repetition. It's only about acknowledging the truth and making people understand.
Wow. And when I hear you speak about Guru Jana, when I hear you speak about him, I feel that you are living his life. Why? Because you are working with all sorts of people. He believed in Bor Ahom. He believed in an Ahom where everybody should come together and conglomerate. That was his idea of an Ahom like that. And you are actually living that, because your clients are, I have noticed, are not just from one community. They are from all communities. I am one of your disciples. I am one of them.
Somewhere, I mean, because of my background in the Vaishnavite, because I have a Vaishnavite background, I mean, what Shonkardev has taught, the Ekokaran Dharma, it was, I mean, I too have been practicing it very religiously, and still now I practice, but it is more on his principles, what he has actually taught us, rather than the ritualistic aspect which I just said some time back. So, the very concept which Shonkardev wanted to implement was that Bor Ahom, where Bor Ahom is not only limited to Assam. Bor Ahom means although he was based in Assam, that is why he included the geographical territories of Assam. This Borohom is actually, it's about the entire humanity, that it's about the entire humanity coming together and removing all forms of discrimination that they have, whether it's sexual discrimination, racial discrimination, discrimination based on color or sexual orientation or gender. All sorts of this should be removed, and that is what Honkordev had really propagated, and that is the minimum thing that we can actually follow if we really want to follow his teachings.
Wow. I mean, yeah, when I just think of Guru Jana, I really want him to come back. But then I find him in people like you, in humans like you. I find him in humans like you.
The teachings of Guru Jana has already been said that he'll always remain alive in his teachings. So anyone and everyone who is practicing the teachings is ultimately, Guru Jana is there inside him.
Such a wonderful thought, and I hope people of Assam are going to understand that, if you really love Guru Jana, we keep speaking about Srimanto Honkordev, but then when we don't follow his principles, we are actually not living his dream. We are not living his life. We are not living the Guru Jana inside us. So what Joyraj has said is something so beautiful. If you are going to take his teachings, if you are going to take Guru Jana's teachings, you have to live it every day, every second, every moment. You can't say, okay, now we will do it. Now I'm going to behave like him, and the rest of the time I'm just going to keep it in the back burner. It doesn't happen like that. You have to keep working at it every moment, every second. And like Joyraj says, we need to love, and love is the only thing which will make the world go round, and the love is the only thing which is going to save us, right?
Very true. Yeah, very true.
Yes.
Right now the world needs love.
Yes.
Irrespective of everything.
That's so true. We just need love, and I always keep telling my students whenever I'm online with them, I always give them virtual hugs, because now because of COVID we can't go and actually give a hug, but then I give them virtual hugs. And sending love, receiving love is something so important. Now let me come to something very important with you, because during COVID you have not had a single day of respite. You have been working with your clients, you have been working with them on different aspects, on different levels, through your teachings and through your institute. Please tell us more of this.
COVID time has been really very busy for almost all the healers, all the senior healers. In fact, we had many courses during that time so that we can have a new group of healers to cater the requirement. Because what after the person is in ventilation? What when doctors say that there is no hope left? There is something there inside them, and that is when they find some alternative way, so that they can save their loved ones. Many people we have come across in the COVID times, after they have been in ICU or when they are in ventilation, they contact us for healing. By God's grace, we have got a very good success rate. More than 70% of the people have survived from ventilation. They have come back from ICU back to home. Although they are, we have people who have suffered from COVID, they got healed from COVID, and now they are learning healing. So we have got some fantastic testimonials. In fact, my students have really worked hard. Even they have been awake late night till 3 a.m., 4 a.m. to do their healings. Almost all of us, in fact, Tanishi, Dimpi, all of them, they have been, Deepika ji, all of them, they have been working day and night for COVID healings. And we have got really good success rate. But we should remember one thing, that this is a complementary therapy. Many people, they call us, they said that we are taking healings, is it alright if we do not go to a doctor? Healing is not to replace orthodox medicine. It is a complementary therapy, and it actually works excellently if both the things can be worked together. That is why the holistic approach, that is where I say about holism. And definitely in COVID times, we have been doing a lot of counseling people who were having suicidal tendencies, people who are having relationship issues, because when two people are together in the house for such a long time, many things they come out, and that is when real counseling is required. So yeah, it has been a very busy period. In fact, for the second wave also, we had been very busy, but we have continued our meditation and our classes regularly. I mean, I think we could have only slept for 3-4 hours per day. It was that
Wow.
busy for all the healers as well. I know for the senior healers who have been
All
working
right.
day and night. But we have got fantastic testimonials for COVID healing.
Okay. Okay.
We have
So
also
I
lost many people. It's not
yes.
that all of them have survived, but most of them have survived.
Okay, now I want to ask you for the benefit of the viewers one question here, that when you are training healers, are you doing this online and offline both, or are you doing it offline only?
Right now, it's only online, but yeah,
Okay.
online and offline both. I teach
All right.
in both the modes.
Is it okay to learn offline also, like they get to learn everything?
Yeah, I mean, I find it more comfortable online because, I mean, when you're teaching offline, you have so many people, but in online, you just need to stare at the screen. Everyone, they become small thumbnails.
Okay.
So it's easier for me to communicate and focus on everyone simultaneously. But yeah, I do conduct both online as well as offline classes.
All right, all right. So for the benefit of the viewers, if you really want to take up these healing courses, so you know where to look at and you know who to look at, it is Joyraj Kalita. So you just need to type out his name. He's such a famous person. You're going to get him online. And otherwise, his like I told you, his institute is the Pragjyotish Institute for Spiritual Science, and it is at Narikal Bari. It's very close by, next to your place, so you just need to go there and get yourself healed or get yourself a course for becoming a healer, and that is Joyraj. But there's something very interesting about Joyraj that nobody knows, and the last time I met him, we actually talked about this over WhatsApp, and I was like, what? You didn't tell me about this? And you know what he is? He is a certified paranormal investigator from Paranexus, USA. That's, did I spell that, I mean, pronounce that correctly? Paranexus. And in India, we have only 11 of these investigators, and he's the only one from the Northeast. So this is something that we should be so proud of. Joyraj, you are a paranormal investigator, and that also you've studied in the USA. Please tell us about this. It's very interesting.
Paranexus USA is one of the premier institutes in the world which is offering the paranormal science degree right now. And yeah, I had enrolled for this program some years back. And I have got my certification as a certified paranormal investigator. This came to me when I had been working with many cases. Right now in India, we see that we have possession cases, witch hunting cases, and this led me to really investigate. And one thing which was really good about the institute was that they taught scientific modes of analyzing whether such things exist or not. And definitely the teachings that I have received from that institute has really worked me in my healing field. But I mean, one thing is for sure that in India, or especially in Northeast, still we do not have a particular dedicated group of people who are working for this science. But in the near future, I really wish to create a new group who are really enthusiastic about paranormal science and who really wants to go for exploring something which is beyond science, beyond something that which people can explain.
Now, I'm very interested. I think I'm going to be your first student because I am very interested in the paranormal. I really want to study this. And whenever you're starting a course, please, Joyraj, you have to inform me about this.
For a long time, many of them have been saying, but yeah, we'll surely plan something very soon, maybe next year. because
I remember when I was in school, I was I used to read a lot of books on paranormal activity and things like that, and then I actually wanted to take my degree in that, and then I wanted to do my entire studies, my masters in that and all. So that's when one of my best friend's mother came, and she said, no, this is, what are you planning to study? Are you planning to study about now look, there is somebody already who's an expert in paranormal investigation, and my best friend's mother didn't allow me to do that. I could have also been
surely
a great help. Yes, I'm going to learn it from you, definitely. So how does this help? How does this help at all, this investigation?
Most of the time when we, in my personal experience, I have seen most of the time when we go to people who are claiming that they're having paranormal experiences in their house, it turns out to be fake. We see that there's some scientific reason is there, or if the person is suffering, that may require medical attention. But yeah, out of 10 cases, we at least get to 1 or 2 cases where there is a real, where there is a real haunting happening, or where there is entity or something, which we call as entity.
So these things actually exist?
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I mean, all
about
this
your
time I
belief.
thought they were in the books.
It really exists.
Oh,
It's only
wow.
when you start exploring, when you start going into the field, then only you'll come to realize that they really exist. There are various kinds of entities, and depending upon that entity, we do some clearing rituals so that that entity gets detached from the body.
So how many cases have you dealt with in
Many
Assam?
cases,
In Assam?
many cases. I
Many
mean,
cases?
past 1-2 years, we have dealt many cases with entities, with black magic removal. All these things I have been doing many cases past 2-3 years. Many
Seriously,
cases.
this is, I'm very interested. I mean, I want to be the first person when you're going to, for your next exploration, I want to be going with you because I think it's going to be very interesting. For me at least, because somebody who always wanted to study about this.
In the US and other places, they have ghost hunting tours, but I'm not very much fan about that concept.
What's
I
that?
believe they go to places where there have been
Which have been
occurrences,
haunted?
haunted
Okay.
places for ghost hunting. But I'm not very fan of that because I believe that they live in a separate world. We should respect them. It's only when they come in contact and create disturbances, then only we should interfere. Else, I don't find any good reason to interfere with them.
Wow, my goodness, wonderful. So, so Joyraj, I want you to please tell the viewers during this time, there are many people who are overwhelmed. Sometimes they are, they kind of feel unrestful. What is that some simple exercises or remedies that you can think of? Some one or two of them that you
It's
can.
all about breath.
Okay.
It's all about breath. See, when you are very anxious, when you are feeling very triggered from inside, what happens? Your breath is
It's very
faster.
very fast.
You
It's
have
very fast.
palpitations, your breath becomes very fast.
Nervous, we become
Yeah,
nervous.
you feel nervous. It's all about breath, which we say. If you can control your breath, if you can normalize your breath, more than 70% of your healing is done. So it's for all the viewers. If you feel that you are feeling suffocated, you're having palpitations, you're feeling nervous, just watch your breath. If your breath is very fast, just exhale out. You can do with me.
Okay.
Exhale out completely and take a deep breath in with concentration on your navel area and wait for 3 seconds and exhale. So you can take an inhalation for 6 counts and hold for 3, exhale and hold for 3. You feel relieved?
I'm feeling very relaxed.
It's all about breath.
But the minute I sat with you, I was feeling relaxed. So you made me more relaxed now. I'm
We
feeling
call
better.
this yogic breathing, and yogic breathing technique has been there in our Indian system since many years. It's all about relearning what we have forgotten.
Okay.
So you can do this exercise, very simple exercise, breathing exercise, and this will calm down your mind in matter of minutes.
Wow. Talking with you has calmed me down. Do you know that? Listening to you, listening to your entire story, your timeline is so huge. And I don't think this episode is going to actually complete your entire story, your entire journey. And then there's more to be awaited. And so viewers, that was Joyraj Kalita. And he is into holistic healing. And you can see that he's got his face so calm and cool. And so if you want a face like this, you have to actually try and be calm, cool, just like him, and of course love. He has said one ingredient for looking good is to love, and that is what I keep doing all the time. And since I met him also, I'm going to tell you, please keep loving, please keep hugging everybody, please keep give a hug to virtual hug to everybody that you meet across online. And even if you don't meet somebody online, pick up the phone and say you love that person, okay? And so Joyraj, thank you so much from the Betikrom family for coming and spending your time, giving us these precious anecdotes on meditation, on different things, on breathing, and of course your investigative paranormal, the things that you shared with us. This has been really very grand with me.
Thank you so much. Thank you to the Betikrom group, to Tinat Baido, and everyone who has invited me for this beautiful show. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Joyraj. Thank you. And I'm going to meet you again. Okay.
Surely.
I'm going to call you back again to this
Surely.
show. All right. So, viewers, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us in Let's Talk with Tina Tatifa Masood. Please join us again when I'm going to get you another Betty Cromie person, and you're going to have a lot of fun. Thank you.